Onion Knights can be easily found clotting around the battlefield in brightly colored armor, topped with ostentatious plumage flowing from their helms. Despite their goofy appearance, Onion Knights are melee masters capable of donning any weapon or armor you have in your inventory. This can be seen as a formidable feature, but you should know that despite access to gear exclusive to any job, Onion Knights can only attack with their weapons as actions. Just like a mime, Onion Knights lack access to any abilities whatsoever, so you'll have to make do with whatever equipment you have. Hi, I'm Mikey from Tactics Live Tournament, and today I have the finale of the Job Focus series. The goal of these videos is to crack open the hood on each class, present technical information in a simplified way, and help you make better choices when raising your squad. For the last episode, we are covering the Onion Knight, a job exclusive to War of the Lions. We will go over their unique set of equipment, skip the abilities completely, and have a more in-depth discussion about their stats. Have you ever just wanted to build up a mindless juggernaut and slap together a ramshackle mishmash of protective gear and weapons, goading them into battle to brawl with the worst the enemy has to offer, for both your storyline playthrough or multiplayer matches? If so, then plug up your noses for that stinging smell. Study up on every weapon and armor. Forget every skill you've learned thus far as we get into an Onion Knight job focus session. The Onion Knight is pretty lackluster when it comes to fancy ways of flattening foes, as their only option for battle is attacking with whatever weapon is equipped. That can actually be anything you'd like, for better or worse. Definitely the most attractive aspect to unlocking this class is their access to Onion Knight exclusive gear. We will go into detail on these later, but for now, it remains the stuff of legend. The least attractive aspect of this class is the split stat line, where the true potential of the Onion Knight isn't realized until you've mastered every other job in the game. Oh, and don't worry about growth stats too much, as Onion Knights do not gain any XP, leaving you basically nothing to take advantage of amazing growth stats when you do reach their peak. To unlock the Onion Knight, you will need a level 6 Squire and a level 6 Chemist. This is only the beginning, as to reach the true Onion Knight, you will need to master every other job. Only then does this unit truly come into their own, their class and growth stats immediately improving and transforming what was once an awkward fighter into a battlefield behemoth. You could get by without this extended endeavor and rely on donning the best equipment you can. But before you decide, let's make sure the completionist effort has a suitable reward. We have gone over every weapon type in the series up to this point. So if you haven't been watching, then you have your work cut out for you. For this episode, we will just be looking at the equipment exclusive to the Onion Knight. Starting off with the Onion Sword, with an astronomical 50 weapon power. With something this strong, you will definitely be wrecking people in close combat without being a true Onion Knight. This can only be obtained in melee mode. Next we have the Onion Shield, with block rates even higher than the infamous Escutcheon 2. Obtaining this item is always high priority on my list. This item is a rendezvous mode exclusive. The Onion Helm grants the wearer the most HP out of any headgear in the game with 200, and is found in melee mode. Onion Armor grants a whopping 250 HP, and also grants re-raise, protect, shell, and regen. This beautiful set of armor can only be found in Rendezvous. Last, we have Onion Gloves, which protect the unit from nearly every debuff besides oil and chicken. It's basically a ribbon for your hands, and can be won in melee mode only. Jumping straight into the Onion Knight stats, which needs a little bit longer to explain as there are now 2 sets to go over. When we first unlock the Onion Knight, we get our base 3 move, 3 jump, and 5% class evasion. This isn't looking very good, but wait, there's more. Class stats for the initial level are appalling, the worst in the game across the board in fact. You can take half off all your stats besides speed, right off the bat. I suppose we all need another reminder why we want to get one of these units. Maybe gross stats will redeem us. Okay, while not the worst in the game for HP and MP, it's definitely below average along with PA and standard MA and speed growth. Now keep in mind two things. One, you can't gain experience levels as normal with this job. You will have to sacrifice a wild boar by using their ability Bequeath Bacon, which is unlocked with the Beastmaster passive skill to grant the Onion Knight a level. Which you will really appreciate when you take a look at your stats when you've reached a true Onion Knight by mastering all the other jobs in the game. Your move and jump increase by 1, and your class evasion goes through the roof. Suddenly, you have the best class and gross stats in the game. Imagine slapping that exclusive gear on a unit with these stats. Well, now the grind to master this Colossus doesn't seem all that bad. And finding some wild boars to breed while we're at it might not be a bad idea either. Designed for the completionist, who wants to master every job in the game, the Onion Knight is your reward for your dedication and persistence. An unstoppable melee powerhouse with unique equipment and a special pursuit only found in War of the Lions. Onion gear is split between melee and rendezvous modes as rewards for completing high-level challenges. Shield and armor can be picked up from rendezvous, while the rest can be found in melee mode. While getting the entry-level Onion Knight is relatively quick, it's not until you've mastered all jobs that they reach maximum strength. It would be more worth your time to wait until then before switching over, as there is nothing to gain from progressing with this one. Speaking of gaining mastery, don't forget about unique skills like learning Zodiac for Summoners and Midlight Steep, or learning Ultima for Ramza as final hurdles to getting that true Onion Knight unlocked. While the Onion gear is incredibly strong, don't forget that you can also equip any items you have. Perfumes and hair adornments on male characters are finally available, and don't forget about weapons like polearms, bows, and ninja blades. If you are a mad person and want to actually take advantage of their tremendous stat growth, breeding wild boars and destroying them via their Bequeath Bacon skill is your only option. I would not recommend this, as tempting as it is to have a roster full of swine might be. This concludes this episode of the Job Focus series with the Onion Knight. And this concludes the Job Focus series in its entirety. Thank you all so much. Both those who this may be the first episode wondering what the heck I mean by this is the end, and those of you who may have been watching since the first episode that have hopefully anticipated and patiently waited for each new video to release. Your viewership, especially if you made it to the end, your heartfelt, insightful, and inspiring comments, the much appreciated likes and subscriptions from each and every one of you are all appreciated and important to me. I'm so glad to have brought you value by providing new information, or maybe reminding you of why you already love that job or the other with entertaining presentations. It's been quite an effort to produce 22 videos individually, to give each job the attention they deserve so you get a more holistic view of your progression through the amazing story and getting a winning edge on your multiplayer battles. I will be creating a condensed version of all the Job Focus episodes into a single episode, so you always have a little reference handy as a final farewell. Our next venture will be into the unique characters, such as Mustadio, Agrius, Orlandu, and more, so stay tuned to the channel as there is plenty more to discover together. We will also be looking to finish out our first storyline playthrough with our custom roster, House Beowulf, now that the Job Focus series is complete. I want to thank you again for joining me this far, and look forward to more content to enjoy together in the future. This is Mikey from Tactics Live Tournament, signing off. I will see you in the next video. And until then, be well everyone.